While their husbands fight for our country, I spoke with 4 women who are fighting for the health of their families.
Whenever we were given the keys, we immediately knew that there was a problem.
This is the second time in a row we've had to replace half of our house.
It was like terrifying knowing that we were going to be bringing a baby with some complications into a home that we were promised in sit-down meetings was fully renovated.
We decided to take on that financial burden of moving off base, buying a house, and ensuring that our family was in a safe housing situation.
4 families, 4 stories, the same problem: mold.
Just based off of the musty smell in the home, the humidity levels, and very visible mold.
We had child locks on the doors because we have a toddler, and they were all full of mold on the inside.
My dryer was filling up with water, and then my back door like stripped from the condensation, like it was covered in mold.
These houses are all on one of the nation's largest military base, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
Even here in North Carolina, I know that the humidity is really high, but that's just not normal for a house. I mean, that's just asking for mold to grow. You're just feeding it, and that's not okay. But we were definitely brushed off. We did ask, questions of, what can be done to resolve this. We were just always told that's just normal. Came back home from vacation, the issue really exposed itself. Our house was riddled with mold everywhere.
It burned to breathe the minute you walked in that house. And my husband's kind of skeptical on a lot, but when we got in that night, he was like, wow, this is not okay. Like, our kids can't breathe this in. They moved us into this new house. Within a week of being there, we found mold in the HVAC closet. I actually was induced because my blood pressure was so high that they said you need to get to Chapel Hill now. My middle son suffers from chronic cough. Both my kids are congested all the time. We have nosebleeds. So I know that there's stuff in the home.
We were out of our house for 2 months. We were stuck in a hotel with 2 kids, 2 dogs, no washer and dryer, not a full kitchen. Shortly after we moved back in, my daughter's room had more mold growing from the floorboards in her closet. Our service members do so much for everybody, and we get the crappiest living situation. And they don't make it easy for us to live out in town.
No one wanted to help us. No one wanted to return calls. No one wanted to essentially take responsibility for what was happening. It wasn't worth our time anymore to try and continue to live in that house. We started working with a local realtor here, and we were very particular because of the housing situation that we were in. We ended up having to go above the price range where we wanted to be to find something that met that criteria.
Hunt Military Communities partners with the base to provide these houses to military families. We reached out to both for on-camera interviews. These were their responses. A spokesperson for Hunt Military Communities says they have a rigorous process to address maintenance-related concerns and provide ongoing training for staff to remediate issues. If needed, they will also engage third-party vendors to perform remediation activities. They say that mold is treated as a Tier 1 priority and has a 1-hour response time. Camp Lejeune says they are aware of the mold concerns and are working with Hunt to get it corrected. They say that residents have access to a formal resolution process to help resolve issues and encourage residents to report any. These women shared their stories with me so that other families that might be going through a similar situation no longer feel alone. In Jacksonville, I'm Olivia Wolfson, 9 on your side.